You are manifesting all the time, not just when you visualize, not just when you affirm, but in every moment you think, feel, and react. The law of attraction is not something you turn on and off. It is always working, silently responding to your dominant inner state. Most people believe manifestation is about wanting more, but in truth, manifestation is about being honest with your current energy. What you consistently tolerate, expect, and emotionally accept becomes the signal you send to life. If you expect disappointment, you manifest delay. If you expect rejection, you manifest distance. If you expect struggle, life mirrors struggle back to you, not because the universe is punishing you, but because it is responding accurately. The law of attraction does not respond to your words. It responds to your emotional baseline. This is why many people say affirmations, yet continue to experience the same reality. Their words say abundance, but their nervous system is still anchored in fear. Their thoughts say confidence, but their body expects rejection. The universe always follows the strongest signal, and that signal is emotion, not language. So the real question is not, what do I want to manifest? The real question is, what state am I living in most of the day? Because your dominant state becomes your future. When you live in tension, you manifest resistance. When you live in self-doubt, you manifest hesitation from others. When you live in calm certainty, life begins to cooperate. This is where alignment begins. Alignment is not forcing positivity. It is regulating your inner world. When your nervous system feels safe, your mind becomes clear. When your mind is clear, your decisions shift naturally. And when your decisions shift, your reality has no choice but to follow. This is why raising your frequency is not about excitement. It is about stability. A calm, grounded, self-trusting state is far more magnetic than forced happiness. People, opportunities, and clarity are drawn to emotional consistency. This is the version of the law of attraction most people are never taught. You don't attract what you chase. You attract what feels familiar to your system. If chaos feels familiar, you attract chaos. If peace feels familiar, you attract peace. If self-respect feels familiar, life mirrors it back. So manifestation begins with familiarity. Ask yourself, gently, what emotional state do I return to when nothing is happening? That state is shaping your future more than any vision board. When you shift that baseline slowly, consistently, your outer world starts responding differently. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but unmistakably. People speak to you with more respect. Opportunities feel less forced, resistance softens. This is the law of attraction working properly. Not as magic, but as alignment. You are not here to chase your future. You are here to become the version of you that your future already recognizes. And when that happens, manifestation becomes natural